Okay, in this lecture we're going to talk about how to simplify complex fractions. A complex fraction is a rational expression that actually has rational expressions either in the top part, the numerator, or the bottom part, the denominator, or perhaps in even both. So we'll look at some examples of this. So let's suppose we want to simplify, right, the complex fraction. Okay, part A. Alright, let's suppose we want to do 2 plus 3 on x squared is divided by 3 take 1 on x squared. Alright, now the way to do this is to treat the numerator and the denominator separately. Okay. Alright, so treat these separately. Alright, so let's look at the numerator, for example. We'd need a common denominator to do this one here. So of course, to get a common denominator, this would be x squared. There's like a 2 on 1 here, so we'd need to multiply this by 2 by the x squared, and we have a plus 3. And on the bottom we also have an x squared, and we're going to have a 3x squared take 1. Now of course, to do this kind of rational expression, we now change it into a product by inverting and multiplying. Of course these will cancel and I'll be left with like so. Okay. Alright, let's have a look at another one here. Part B. Let's suppose I want to do this one, 1 over x plus 1 minus 1 on x over 1 on x. Right, again, we need a common denominator in the top, and that'll be an x by an x plus 1. So I'll need an x here, take an x plus 1 here. Alright, because I need to multiply. If you look at it, this is what we're doing. We're multiplying here by x, and we're multiplying here by x plus 1. By x plus 1. Right, don't forget the negative sign there. So, and this is 1 over x stays the same. So when I simplify this, I'm going to have x subtract 1 over x by x plus 1. And we're going to invert this and multiply. Okay, which is going to become x minus x is 0, so it's going to be negative x on the top over x by x plus 1. Alright, the x's will cancel. This will leave me negative 1 on the top, not 0, negative 1 by x plus 1, and that would be my result. Alright, so there are many variations to actually doing this. Alright, but remember the technique is to treat the numerator and the denominator separately, using common denominators to simplify the numerator and the denominator, and then change it into a product, alright, to get the result. Let's try one more. Let's suppose we want to use a minus 1 over a squared minus 4 over 1 on a plus 2. Right, so again we're going to need a common denominator in the top. And we'll need an a by an a squared take 4, subtract 1, all over 1 on a plus 2. So this will become a by a squared take 4, subtract 1, over a squared take 4, I'm going to write as a minus 2 by a plus 2. And we've got to multiply this by a plus 2 over 1. So notice that we have here a cancellation. So we're going to end up with a by a take 2 by a plus 2, subtract 1, over a subtract 2. Right, now the temptation here, of course, is to to cancel the a take 2's, but you can't do that because we have a negative 1 here. Okay, so what we can do is, instead of putting it in this factored form, we could actually distribute. So I get a cubed take 4a subtract 1 over a take 2, and of course this will be our final result because we can't reduce this any further.